Hey everyone, it's Olivia, and today I'm going to be reading Chapter 5 / Episode 5 in the Heart of Cloud Tower from my Fate the Winx Saga rewrite. This episode is kind of inspired from one of the episodes in Season 2 called In the Heart of Cloud Tower, where the girls disguise themselves as witches, but they take witch classes in that episode. But in this version, they disguise themselves as witches, and they go to Cloud Tower with Marta and Lucy, and they get stopped by the Tricks, who are trying to get the Codex in Cloud Tower. So it is very similar to the episode that it's based off of. The only difference, I would say, is the fact that they're not taking witch classes, because, Cloud Tower doesn't do that anymore. It's no longer a school. All the witches left. So, anyway, let's get started. In the cafeteria, the girls talk amongst themselves, preparing for their mission at Cloud Tower. Students have walked by their tables, staring and talking about the dragon flame. Want to take bets on when the staring is going to stop? Asked Bloom jokingly. Look, the dragon flame is a legend. Now you are too, answered Aisha. By next week, everyone will forget, and, well, there'll be new popular things, interjected Stella. I am so tired from studying last night, said Techna as she slammed her books down on the table and rested her head on top of them. Huh, I slept like a baby. You didn't do the reading? Questioned Bloom. I've been hanging with Brandon a lot, and besides, I know blood shortages. They aren't super common, but they are a thing. I assumed I could wing it. Stella, this mission is really important. I'm sure everything will be fine, repeated Stella. Hey, I was thinking maybe I shouldn't come. My magic hasn't been very helpful recently, announced Musa. Musa, we're all going, said Bloom. I don't get why we have to dress like witches, questioned Aisha. Maybe it's because it's stylish, suggested Stella. No, it's because recently blood witches have been visiting Cloud Tower as a monument to their history, interjected Mita as she stood in front of the table. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, Marta, you can help explain, especially since we don't have any witch clothes. I brought Lucy to help with that. Lucy doesn't go to Althea, said Flora. I know, she's helping me pack for Malakoi Academy. Another fairy, leaving Althea. I'm gonna head back to the room. I have to grab a notebook, said Musa as she left the table. What's wrong with Musa? asked Marta, feeling Musa's emotions. She broke up with Sam, who is leaving Althea for Malakoi Academy. Oh. Anyway, why don't we head over to my room and get ready for the mission, suggested Marta. As everyone got up from the table and headed to Marta's room, Techna texted Musa where they were going so that she could meet them there. In the specialist training area, Riven and Sky talk about the Tricks attack that happened 2 days ago. I can't believe we got attacked. Did you ever figure out what the Tricks wanted with the Codex? What the Codex for? Asked Sky. Probably some powerful master, answered Riven as he moves supplies around. Sky takes his sword out and fights Helia. Sky wins the match. Show off. Hey, are you gonna be in the room later? No, I'll be with Bloom. Isn't she on a mission? She is, but I'm taking her on a date tonight, said Sky happily. Oh, well, have fun, said Riven as Sky walked away. Riven noticed Musa sitting by herself on a bench. Riven walks over to Musa. Can I help you? asked Musa, noting not wanting to talk to anyone. Relationships are tough. Don't let it get to you. Commented Riven. You don't have to say it. I already know, replied Musa, upset. It's just I heard what happened with Sam. said Riven as he sat next to Musa. But don't ever think for a second that's your fault. You sure about that? 'Cause my magic is actually the reason he left, assured Musa. My magic must be incredibly hard since you're dealing with everyone's emotions. I mean, I can barely deal with my own. That's funny, coming from someone whose mind is crystal clear, said Musa as her eyes lit up pinkish purple, feeling Riven's emotion. That's why I love training so much, right? You don't think, you don't feel, you just do. You should try it sometime. Might help you get out of your head. It's kind of impossible for a mind fairy to get out of their head. Oh, really? Okay, prove it, encouraged Riven as he got up and handed Musa a sword. Musa reluctantly grabbed the sword and launched into battle with Riven. Meanwhile, Stella, Bloom, Tekna, and Aisha tried on witch-styled clothes. Once they were in disguise, Stella, Bloom, Tekna, Aisha, Marta, and Lucy got in the car, leaving Musa behind. In the specialist training area, Musa and Riven fought while talking. Okay, first, ground rules. You're a girl, so I'm not gonna go all out on you. Misogynistic much? Joked Musa as she clashed her sword with Riven after some fancy moves. Riven grabbed Musa's sword and fought with two as the match continued. Second, you're trying too much. Don't use cool moves. You're not a specialist, suggested Riven as he cornered Musa. Bit more valid, said Musa as she formed her hands into fists. Musa punched and kicked without landing a single hit. And besides, you're using aggression to fuel your punches. Relax, don't think, said Riven as he tossed Musa's sword back to her, trying to make it a fair fight. Riven backed Musa to the side of the platform. Musa almost fell backwards into the specialist pond, but Riven grabbed her arm before she fell. Riven, still holding Musa's arm, swung her around onto her back. And now I win. You didn't have to do it so hard, said Musa out of breath. Well, I did mention you could get hurt, said Riven as he helped Musa. You did not mention that, said Musa as she stood up. Well, I'm mentioning it now, said Riven as he sat down at the edge of the platform. Musa joined him, letting her legs dangle over the water. Riven did the same. I just what? Go on, Musa, tell the truth. I'm not a mind fairy, but I know what it's like to deal with messed up people. Heck, I'm a messy person, so please speak. You have no idea how hard it's been, demanded Musa. Of course I don't. Nobody does. Your life is your life. You can live it how you want. Who cares what everybody else says? The thing is, I'm pretty sure people will understand, assured Riven. I don't know if they will. Meanwhile, Marta, Lucy, Stella, Bloom, and Tekna, and Aisha walked through the underground tunnels into Cloud Tower. We should be reaching the Codex any moment, announced Marta as she and Lucy guided them through the tower. Hey, Marta, can I ask you a question? Sure. You're not leaving Althea because of me, right? Question 4. Of course not, Flora. Having you as a friend has made me a much better person. It's just, I gave up magic, and now Althea, I've still been using it. It's a reminder of where I come from, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but what I am saying is that I want to start over and find my birth family. Valakoi Academy is giving me that opportunity, explained Murda. That's good, I just didn't want to be the reason you left. Trust me, Flora, you're not. Hey, glad you assured her, Murda, but I think we found the Codex, said Lucy. The Winx, Murda, and Lucy had found the Codex hidden in a case. The Guardian Pixie flew towards them and introduced herself. Hello, I am Discorda, the Pixie of Cloud Tower. How may I be of service to your fairies? It is nice to meet you, Discorda. My name is Princess Stella of Queen of Solaria, and we are here to request the Codex. Some evil blood witches are coming to steal the Codex. They have already They already have 2, so we need to secure the last one to ensure they never get it," explained Stella, speaking in a formal tone. "That sounds awful, but unfortunately I cannot give you the codex." "But troubling, even for us. I guess we'll have to take it," announced Isabel/ICS Trix barged in. The Winx, Murda, Lucy, and Discorder launched into battle against the Trix. The fairies and Discorder tossed around the case that holds the codex, trying to keep the Trix from getting it. Bloom transformed so she could be more powerful, but the Trix laugh and decide to show off their new powers. Suddenly, the lights dim and shadow monsters controlled by Darcy started to appear. The shadows were impossible to fight, even for Bloom's Dragon Flame. The Trix steal the codex during the battle and teleport away, handing it to Lord Darkar in his prison. Lord Darkar combines the 3 codex into one and uses the energy to escape his prison. Lord Darkar thanks the Trix for the codex and gives them some power in return. Meanwhile, Farah receives the news that the fairies failed to keep the codex from the Trix. After the devastating news, the Winx return to their dorm. They talk on their way in. "I didn't know Darcy's powers could do that," said Stella, walking to. "Neither did I. The Trix are getting more powerful each day," said Flora. Musa walked out of her room and greeted them. "Musa, what the heck? You blanked us all day. We need you." "I thought we were in this together," pointed out Stella. "Maybe let's not gang up before we know the full story," said Tecna as she sensed Musa's emotions. "I was on my way, but I got distracted." "Oh, really? Distracted with what?" demanded Bloom angrily. "With Riven. Out of all the people, you were with Riven," questioned Stella, as the other people spoke as well. Musa used her powers to silence them. The Winx screamed in pain. Musa stopped, realizing what she had done. "Musa, what is going on with you? Everyone is talking all at once, and you have no idea what it's like for me. Wanting it to be quiet, but I didn't get that choice. I used to be this happy, outgoing person, always dancing and singing, celebrating my parents' Asian culture, even though I wasn't their actual child. My mom was an air fairy, and she had found a way to control sound waves. She played the craziest songs, and we would dance," explained Musa as she began to have tears in her eyes. "And when she died, everything changed. My dad shut me out. I left home to get away, but coming to Alfea didn't help. My magic is the reason Sam is gone. It is just so hard to be the fairy that everyone wants me to be." Musa breaks down in tears as Tecna comforts her. "Why didn't you tell us?" questioned Flora. "Because the looks you're giving me right now," said Musa as she walked away into her room, slamming the door. Meanwhile, Murda walks out of the gates to Alfea and says goodbye to Alfea. She walks into the gates of Malakoi Academy, where she is greeted by Sam. And that is the last episode we've really seen Murda and Sam in season 2. I don't know if I'm gonna have Murda show up in season 3. It depends on certain things, but this right here. So a lot of people got on to me about the fact that Musa was not recast like she should have been when I was doing the casting. And I just want to remind everyone, this is just a fan thing. It's not really that big of a deal in my opinion. I liked how Alicia Applebaum portrayed Musa in the Netflix show. I think she did a great. And like I've said in the past, diversity is not a need. You don't need diversity in a show. And for people who ask me, what if I cast a white person to play Tiana? Heck no, I would not do that. That's stupid. And to you saying that, would you cast a black person to play Ariel? So please don't put mean comments in the comment section. It's not it's not very encouraging. And all I want is really encouragement as I continue writing in advice. That's really all I want. But I try my best, and don't say this isn't cultural appropriation or whatever, I don't care. I'm right, not a leftist. But I tried to relate it back to Asian culture as much as I could, that she was adopted by Asian parents. And that's not an impossible thing. It is possible for someone to be adopted by Asian parents. And another thing, this is a fairy world, so why does it matter what her color skin is? Just saying. But anyway, I think that's all we have for today. Chapter 6 / episode 6 is called A Visit to Heraklion. I'm very excited for this episode. You get a lot of bloom and sky in this episode. That's good. But that's all I have to get today. Bye!